Hello Aries, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. Happy weekend to you Aries. How you doing? I hope you're well, my fire family. I'm here with an oracle deck. It's called the Places Oracle. We're going to use this first. We're going to find out what the overall feel is for next week. I'm always reading for the week ahead here Aries if you've never been here before, and if you haven't, welcome. If you are someone who's always coming back, thanks for doing that. I appreciate you, my ride or dies. Let's find out what is going on in the week ahead for you, Aries. At the end of this video, I'm going to talk about how you can find the extended. I'm also going to talk about private reads if you're interested in that. Let's first find out what is going on for you in the week ahead, Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aries, please. Tell me about Aries. We've got the roof. It says overhead shelter, protective canopy, rooftop views. Tell me what else we've got here. We've got the garden. It says floral delights, gardening joy, blossoming colors, and plant care. And then we have the lighthouse. Interesting. The hospital's on the bottom of the deck. It feels like this energy feels to me like you are in the midst of, I think, negotiating shelter, possibly. So that could mean that maybe you're looking at moving, maybe you're thinking about moving, maybe you're thinking about selling your house and buying another. It almost feels like with this protective canopy, it feels like you're trying to protect yourself from something that's over your head. That's what it feels like. So something's dangling over your head and you're trying to get shelter from that. So for some of you, it could be somebody's holding something over your head, or there's something that you don't have an answer to yet, but you're trying to protect yourself from it. I feel midweek you get your answer because we do have these blooming flowers. Whatever was closed is opening or blooming. It says floral delights, and flowers are, for the most part, for most people, not everyone I suppose, are a delight. We love to smell them and touch the softness of the petals, and they're beautiful when they open. I feel like something is about to blossom because you've been caring for it, but it also does feel like, I feel like what I'm going to say overall is your answer is coming. So if there's something that you're having a hard time making a decision about, I feel like the answer is coming. But I also think for some of you that somebody's holding something over your head. So it's like they're like, if you do this, then I'm just going to let people know you did that. Like it feels like that. It almost feels like a little bit of blackmail, I would say. And I'm not talking about anything truly and largely dramatic. I just think like somebody's trying to force your cards is what it feels like. We've got the lighthouse. It says guiding light, symbol of hope, and watchful sentinel. I feel like people see you as the person that they come to for answers, that you're always the one who has the answer, who is the light in the darkness. It feels like people can see you from a distance. You're the guiding light for a lot of people, and you look like a symbol of hope. It's like you have overcome a lot of things in your life, and it feels like with this garden here being open, it's because now you understand something, or you have like a broader vision. Something has unfolded for you. You have a broader vision, and people are sort of flocking to you for answers. We have the hospital. It is in the future on the bottom of the deck. It says medical care and treatment center, but I don't think that it means anything to do with your health. It doesn't feel like literal to me. It feels like there is something that you have to really surgically pull apart in order to understand it. So it does feel like it has something to do with this shelter, overhead shelter, protective canopy, and views from the rooftop. I think that you are trying to figure out what to do about a situation that's been hanging over your head. Let's find out what is going on here early in the week here next week. It's like you're trying to protect yourself from something. Tell me about Aries. We've got justice. It could be something legal for some of you. There is something here that I think you're trying to bring into a balanced state, something that you're trying to make right, or waiting on someone to make an honest and truthful decision about something so it can come back into balance. But it feels like this thing has sort of been unresolved for a while. So when I say protective canopy and something that's sort of over your head, it's like you're trying to shelter yourself from something. You are bracing for impact on something, like an answer or something that you're hoping is going to go in your way. It might be a legal thing. It doesn't have to be for all of you, of course. Justice is more than just legal issues, right? Justice is about restoration. It's about things coming into harmony or finally being balanced. So I feel like if you've been waiting for an answer for something here that you feel that you've had to shelter yourself from, I feel like your answer comes at early in the week, at the beginning of the week. There might be a legal protective canopy. There might be something you can do legally about a situation that's going to protect you from something. Tell me about midweek. We've got the Two of Cups. For some of you, this could mean that there is love blooming, or there is a bond forming between you and someone else. It feels like it's quite delightful. There is something that I feel is unfolding, or you're seeing it now for what it is, or maybe when it was closed up, like when a rose is closed up, it's certainly not as eye-catching as a rose that is in bloom. So it feels like hang on. Rose is in bloom. Oh, that's Seal. Kiss from a Rose. There might be something in that song there. Kiss from a Rose, I think it's called. It feels like there is something here that's blooming midweek. So for those of you who have met somebody, or maybe you're already even in a relationship, it feels like there could be romance blooming, or your bond is strengthening. It feels like something is blossoming here, and you're starting to see that this is not one-dimensional or two-dimensional. It feels like something is blossoming. You're starting to see it from all sides. You're starting to see the colors, smell the beautiful scents of it. Yeah, there is something that is blooming here. We'll talk more about that. Tell me about the Lighthouse. We've got the Death card here. Okay, so I feel like you are somebody that other people count on when they are in a bad way or having a hard time. It feels like here that the guiding light, the symbol of hope, and the watchful sentinel comes up when death is around. So I feel like either you're going through some type of transformation or change that you feel like everybody can see all of these changes you're going through. I don't think that's the case, but we'll put some cards on it and clarify it a little bit. But I do ultimately think that Aries, you're the person who looks from the outside like you're in control, right? That's Emperor energy. You look like you're in control. You look like you have all of it together. And I feel like there's people here who I feel when they're in their darkest days. Oh, interesting. She's holding a rose and roses are here. When they're in their darkest days, or when things are about to end, or possibly you're a person who might work in hospice care. Possibly, I'm just going to say, I'm not saying anybody is passing away, but you might be somebody with the hospital and death here who works in hospice care. You might be the lighthouse, like maybe you're a death doula, or you're somebody who people will come to when they have to make last end of life planning or something like that. That might be something that means something to someone here. All right, let's clarify a little bit, see what we're talking about. Tell me about justice and the roof here. You might be seeing something from a different point of view. It says rooftop views. You might be getting clarity on something, because whenever we look at air signs, right, whether it is Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, it's always about enlightenment, seeing things clearer, seeing the truth of something, the honesty and the truth of something here. I feel like maybe there was something hanging over your head that was unclear. I feel like something becomes clear here. It might be something to do with financial things, your material world, your job. It could be a promotion you've been waiting on. It feels like you're a king of pentacles in waiting. So you might be waiting on your taxes, or waiting on somebody to make a decision on a loan, or make some sort of financial decision regarding something legal. Tell me more. We've got the Ace of Cups. And we've got the moon energy here. So there's a lot of uncertainty here surrounding something for some of you that could be legal. But there is a lot of uncertainty as to whether somebody is actually going to do the right thing, whether this is going to end up in a harmonious decision that is going to work in your favor. I'm going to say yes. For those of you who are waiting for the job, the promotion, whatever it is, the job, like maybe the car loan, the mortgage, I feel like something here for some of you is going to work out as it should, or as you want it to, because because the Ace of Cups is here. It's sending you on a new path, and it's a very emotionally fulfilling path. I don't think this has to do with romantic anything. I think at the beginning of the week there is something in the moon energy that I feel is really deeply, I would say, it almost feels a little bit deeply disturbing or deeply unclear. It feels like the moon energy is here because things aren't as they seem. And I would say that from your side, they seem like they're not going to go in your favor, but I feel like they do. So the Justice here, Justice card might be in something that has to do with monetary gain, or your house, your home, your job, a promotion, or something like that. But it is going to work out in a happy way because the Ace of Cups is here, which is bringing emotional fulfillment. And although you thought it wasn't going to work out, I think this is the thing that's been hanging over your head. It's indecision is what it is. So I feel like something's going to be decided in the week ahead for you here, and it's going to be decided in your favor. Tell me about the Two of Cups and the Garden. It's like a garden of love here. We've got the Two of Pentacles, Aries. We've got the Queen of Pentacles now, and we have the Six of Cups. It feels as though there is someone here that you feel that you have known forever. They feel like a soulmate, like you feel comfortable with them. I want to say that with the Queen of Pentacles energy here, that they make you feel very grounded. It's like they make you feel cared for. It does feel like you're building a foundation with this person slowly. So you may have just met them, or this is somebody who maybe you're dating and now you're starting to create or form a bond with this person. The Two of Pentacles does indicate that there is a decision being made in the 3D, but of course it is all about keeping balance. So I think that things are going slow, I want to say. If this is a connection that it could be platonic or romantic, be aware that the Two of Cups isn't always romance. It's just a bond. It's an emotional bond. So if you feel like there is an emotional bond forming between you and somebody else, it could be a friend, and it could be someone who is a romantic partner. I feel like that for the longest time it felt a little bit detached, that maybe someone was circling back, but really nothing was going on. I think next week is the week where it begins to bloom. So if you are the one who is pursuing, I think you pursue more. If someone is pursuing you, I think you see more communication, more connection. I feel like there is somebody here who you make feel very you dote on them, or they feel like you really care for them, or you really calm them, I would say. When you're around, they feel very grounded and calm when you're around. We do have the King and the Queen of Cups, King and Queen of Pentacles. I won't ignore that. And it could mean that you have found someone who is more like you. Now, of course, you're an Aries. You're very fiery. You get what you want. You're very motivated to go get what you want. But of course, you could be somebody with an earth energy placement in the rising or the moon, maybe even in the sun. Maybe Aries is your rising or moon sign. But it feels like somebody here, there is earth energy that I feel is pairing up or mirroring somebody else. And I feel it like it's this person is someone that you feel, although maybe you haven't known them very long, that you feel like you've known them before, like maybe a last life, or maybe this is somebody from your childhood. That's why I'm saying it could be platonic, right? It feels like there is a really good, solid foundation forming here. Something's beginning to bloom that you're really enjoying. Tell me about Death and the Lighthouse, please. Just going to say the Death looks like something is ending, but the Lighthouse tells me that regardless of whatever's ending here, you know where to go, because there is a light in the distance, and I think you're just following the light. It does feel like you've been through a tumultuous time, and if you have, I'm just looking at all of these waves that are crashing up against the lighthouse. If you've been through a tumultuous time or a dark night of the soul, which is maybe the Death card, that there is a light in the distance, and that light in the distance is what you should keep your eye on if you've been going through a hard time here. Tell me about Death, because something is dying, something is ending. It could be a chapter in your life, could be a relationship. Whatever it is, it feels like something is dying and you should let it go. We've got the Page of coins here. We've got the Six of Coins, and we have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. it feels like if something is dying, and I'm talking about a cycle or a relationship or a friendship or a job, something is ending here. I feel like you're the one that's initiating that, Aries. I feel like with the Seven of Cups in the reverse, it tells me there's no more indecision, there's no more illusion that you've cut through the bullshit. You know what you want. The Six of Pentacles is telling me that. You know what you want, and that's where you're going to put all your time, effort, energy, and money. It feels like there is some sort of new opportunity that's showing up here, and because of this new opportunity, it looks like there is an old opportunity that is passing away or leaving your life or dying, I would say. It feels like something's on life support. I'm going to say you might be in a relationship that's on life support, or a friendship that's on life support with the hospital and the death card here. But it does feel like there is a new opportunity that's going to be showing up. There's going to be someone else who matches your energy, because the King and the Queen of Pentacles are here, matches your energy, or someone who is your light in the darkness, it feels like. So you possibly are the person who always helps everybody else out. I feel like there's going to be someone coming in the future here who does the same for you. You're finally going to find your mirror here. We're going to go into the extended, and we're going to talk more about this. We're going to get some details about what's going on here. I'm also going to put down 3 more cards, and we'll find out what this is. What is this? We'll find out what's going on here. If you want to be in the extended, please look at the top of the comments. The very first comment is pinned. It's always from me, and you will find there that there is a link where you can purchase this outright if you choose to just watch this one extended. But there is a membership area if you choose to come in there, and you're getting at least 4 per month if you're watching for one sign, but more, of course, if you're watching for more signs. You're getting all the extendeds. And if you're interested in a private read, I am doing private reads that are live. I'm also doing them pre-recorded. So if you're interested in that, please take that link to Hypsee. Let's find out what is coming up here in the extended. We've got the King of Wands, we've got the 4 of Swords, and we've got the Hermit. I feel like you are inspired to heal here, but I feel like you are healing on your own. I feel like there is something that you are fighting to see. It feels like it's about the self. You're finding yourself or finding your light. It's like you've been in this dark night of the soul energy for a while, and that's where you're trying to heal. I feel like what's happening is you are becoming the King of Wands. So you are possibly, maybe you've been in Knight of Wands energy, a little bit reckless, not really settling down. It feels like you're about to settle down. And it also feels like you've gained a lot of wisdom over some sort of dark night of the soul energy that you've been in. But I feel like you're healing, and you are healing to a place of the King of Wands energy. Also, we have this hospital energy with the death card. It does feel like there is, like, births also happen in a hospital, right? So it could be a rebirth that we're talking about. It feels like you're about to take action on some sort of new cycle. I think the beginning of the week is the big one, because you're going to get some information about something you've been waiting on that is about to make you very happy in the heart space. It feels like there is some spiritual healing going on here. I'm hearing a song. You guys know, if you've been here before, that I'm clairaudient. I just heard the song Sexual Healing. So take that for what it is. We're going to go into the extended. We'll talk more about all of that. I'm going to go for now. If you are coming into the extended, I'll see you there. But if this is where we part, that's cool, Aries. I will be back, because I'm always back. You guys take care and have yourself a beautiful Sunday. Thank you. Bye-bye.